Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I've been sleeping in, guys. So trying to catch up little by little from my vacation. So I'm going to be a little bit late these days. Why do I wake up so early? I don't really need to. So, I'm going to do it and use the opportunity to sleep in. Happy Wednesday. No. And, so anyway, that's it. Nothing else exciting. Just trying to get everything back to normal and things back going and all those other shit content. But mostly just getting my house back to normal. Laundry. Had so much laundry to get caught up on. So that's it. Tonight is a live night. Just so you know. Can you tell me who the ladies are with you in bed? Yes. Elvie, Lisa, and Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha comes on. She's a moderator. I watched the members live and saw Nate has a piece to pick with you. Yes. Because you came in, we did the chat Tuesday. You came in, said hi, and left. Yeah, so we're irritated with you. Good morning, Linda. How are you? Remember we were going to do that chat Tuesday and everybody was so excited about chatting with your friends? It's just a black screen, no shit, because I'm not there. Hello in Tasmania. I'll take a picture and just put my face there so you can chat if that'll make you happy. Shit. Nosy, greedy ass people. Just kidding. Yeah, so those are my friends. I've known them, Cha-Cha, the least amount of time. But Elvie and Lisa, we've known for 4 years. They started with me when I had subscriptions and stuff way back when. So, yes. You're good? You just finished cleaning? I was cleaning up a little bit too. I had to do something that I normally don't do. I want to put a face. Yes, it was a blast. Celeste did go. Yes, Celeste did. I had a complaint about my cleaners. And I think the girls are going to get ripped apart. But they did a half-ass job. They did a half-ass job, so it pissed me off. And I'm not a complainer. And I wasn't going to say anything, but here's why I said it. I said it because they won't know unless they know, right? So to prevent another episode, I had to tell the boss. Yikes. So anyway, I hate doing that because I'm an empath and I don't want to hurt people's feelings and I don't want them to get cussed out. But I think they're going to get kissed out. Dan wasn't home. I don't know if he was home or not. Yeah, so it was just a half-ass clean. My cabinets, because there were spill marks on my cabinets. They weren't clean. My refrigerator wasn't the best. The back of Ed's toilet has piss on it. Come on, people. There was cat urine that hadn't been cleaned in my bathroom, among other things. Upstairs wasn't great either. So that kind of pissed me off. I'm sure it's better than it would have been, but still, if I'm paying you for something, do your job. And I don't expect 100%, perfection, but I do expect like 90% perfection. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. So another thing, I came home with a present from Vegas. And I bet you won't know. Sorry. Hi, Kim. Sorry. Hi, Kim. We did have fun. Remember, say which one is you. So anyway, Tony was just saying that Pops needs respect at this point in his life. First of all, Pops isn't here. Pops isn't here. He's not here. This is my shtick, right? Pops loves what we do. He enjoys it. He loves being a part of it. And if you don't know, you don't know, because you don't take the time to know. You just take the time to bully, harass, and be mean. We don't need it, Tony. We don't need it. So anyway, I did come home with a tattoo. I came home with a hemorrhoid and a tattoo. And my friend jinxed me. Lisa jinxed me, because the morning after the first night, I was like, ooh, stomach problems, always happens. She had me drinking some shit, vodka in it. Oh, yeah. And so I had some problems. And then she was like, well, you better be careful with your hemorrhoid. I was like, I don't have a hemorrhoid. She goes, well, you did one time, they just come back. I said, well, right now, we ain't talking about the roid, because, what? She jinxed me. I came home yesterday. Well, I came home Sunday, and I just felt a little rough down there. You know when it feels rough? And so it happens after you have copious amounts of, bacteria coming out your body, from not the greatest food, not eating enough, and more alcohol than probably food consumption, which is fine. So Monday, I was like, something feels a little not right down there. Yesterday, it was bad. I turned the bidet on and I nearly jumped through the roof. Holy shit. So, Andy, I was freaking out last night. So I went in the shower. I had to, touch, feel, investigate. And I feel a little something. Not big, but a little something. No blood, but just itchy and sore and hurts. So, I don't know. Almost feels like a scabby skin tag or something. So, I don't know what the hell it is. Cool water made me jump, Dan, but I think it was the pressure of the water. Holy. Yeah, it's not a little. Yeah, it's a little tiny Herman. A little Herman poked through. So it must have been from irritation. So everything down there right now is very explosive, right? Because I got Aunt Flo in town. I got a little Hermosa in the back, and we're not doing well. I don't want to look in the mirror. My hand was enough. Everything feels inflamed down there too. So, yeah. So needless to say, I'm not well. Yeah, flow and fire. Yeah. So the whole undercarriage of Danielle is not well. So last night I bought these last year when I think Andrew was having some problems. I bought him these Preparation H suppositories. So I was like, oh shit, I think he has some upstairs, right? So I ran upstairs, got him, put him in my butt, and started watching show. And then all of a sudden I was like, uh-oh. Ran to the bathroom. Ran. Well, let me tell you, that created a natural disaster. Okay? I don't know. It was supposed to coat the ass, and it fucking created an explosion that I wasn't prepared for. Hi, Calvin. How you doing, boo? So Dan come in, and he's like, what is that smell? Bitch, that's me. I told you I wasn't well. See how that rhymed? I was not well. So Betty Boop, I pooped out, the thing shot out like a rocket. I don't think there was anything left. I said, fuck that shit. That suppository made me, that wasn't good. So I need to get some Tux or something. I needed to get some Tux. I want Tux. So, yes, my ass isn't well. My vagina isn't well. My eyes are droopy. I think it's because I'm still so tired. It's going to take a week for my body to heal from the trauma of Vegas. I'm too old for this shit. You know what I mean? All day drinking. I have a Hemi. Yep. Hemi. Aunt Flo and a Hemi. Yeah. It's a great combination down there. Yeah. So these older bitches, my friends, Elvie and Lisa, they stay up late, 2 o'clock in the morning. These bitches were like, I'm like, dude, hello, are we ever gonna sleep? No. So what happens to Danielle? Well, she wakes up at 6. You know why? Well, because that's her normal routine. So, anyway, I probably got 4 hours of sleep a night. They're party animals. Yeah, when people started coming back to our room every night, I'm like, bruh, we ain't sleeping. Yeah. Chacha's always driving the struggle bus. She's always, they've been sleeping. So anyway, yeah, no bueno. So what I would do is I would get up and I would do some exercises, and deal with my, do my content, and while I was exercising, running around the room and stuff. So, oh yeah, you have to detox. I did have a glass of wine when I got home. Oh, 2 glasses because Dan made me do a live. And I wasn't going to be perky at all if I didn't have anything. So I had 2 glasses of wine. Last night I had 2 glasses of wine, and I was fine. And then, I need it because it relaxes me. I'm a fucking saint. Donna, I don't know how I do it, honestly. I don't know how. I don't know how I do this shit every day. I really don't. But I do. Sometimes, mostly with a smile on my face. Other times, a little bit bitchy. But you know what? I got a lot of shit, that I got to take care of. So, anyway, incline is better. No, it's not. You're wrong with that. Incline does not make it anything better that I'm doing. Hi, Emily. Incline hurts people. Incline makes things not well. So running flat is the thing for me. You got to stop assuming that everybody knows better than the person you're telling, right? You got to assume that people do what they do because it works for their body, right? I'm running on a treadmill, which is better than running outside, right? Incline is not better for everybody. A lot of people can't do incline. You know what happens when I do incline? It doesn't really matter to tell you, but it's not for me. And there's reasons why. So thank you for your Mr. Know-it-all. Anyway, how did Dan do when I was gone? He's always tired, He doesn't sleep well. Whether I'm home or not, he doesn't sleep well. You can only run outside, and I hate fucking outside. Outside feels like death. Outside feels like I just got hit by a Mack truck. I've had to do it for like 2 months. It was horrible. Anyway, hi Paps. So anyway, that's why he was fine. He just doesn't sleep anyway. He doesn't sleep. So anyway, imagine being worried about what someone else is doing with their own body. I know, Nicole, please don't worry about me or my hemorrhoid and why I chose to, I don't know, nothing yet because I don't have anything to put on it. But anyway, Papster, I got a Hemi. Shit. Anyway, so the house, I don't know. He had a caregiver every day. There wasn't a day he didn't have a caregiver. So he had 4 hours to himself every day. So if for some reason the kitchen was a mess, I'm sure she cleaned it up. She probably, Mary made Ed's bed every day. So that was nice. Changed it, did what she had to do. So that part of it was fine. I'm sure my room was a mess. Bed wasn't made. So that night I got home, I changed the bed because I make it every day so the dog's shit doesn't get into it. Not shit, but hair and all that stuff. I have Prep H. Yeah. I this morning I dabbed some on. Hi Daisy. I did. And I need Tux pads. Tux pads with witch hazel are my favorite. Now some of you might ask why. Well, they give those to me after I birthed my children. And they were the best feeling things on the bodies. So no incline, no. Incline for me is hard because it fucks up my hip, my bad hip. Now why? Yeah. Not everybody can do incline. If I do incline, I do a small incline. But even walking or things like that sends my hips into a tizzy and I get shin splints. So remember, it's not healthy for my body. Hello from Ontario, Laura. Again, not everything is healthy. Don't read everything and believe everything they say. Everybody's individual, and what works for others may not work for some. So remember that. So he had plenty of help, yes. And then I called the cleaners to come. So Vogel, it's death. What's death? The mugginess? Yeah, that heat is bad. So, good morning, Susan. Did you like your hair extensions? Yes. Yes, they were clip-ins. So, perfect. Because I can wear them or I can't. Yeah. And Tylenol does not cause, well, that was questionable, Cha-Cha. Remember that? Questionable with you. She wanted me to say Tylenol does not cause autism, but I got some stories for you. With her. Only her, though. I don't know about everybody else. But I think Tylenol fucked her up. Oh, shit. So, that's the thing we started doing in Vegas. Don't ask me why. I still can't really remember. But occasionally we just do that to each other. But it's like, that's what it is. But remember I said this reminds me of something. That was the, here's more than just Tylenol. No shit. It was an Applegate too. That's what I was saying. Remember that? What? So she was getting really tongue-tied in Vegas and she went, blah. So then I started just going, blah. Anyway, you had to be there. No, not the mummy. Who's the mummy? So anyway, every time I eat too, my stomach kind of hurts. So I'm going through something right now. So my system's going through something. Don't ask me what, but it's not happy. Vegas is not good for the system. Good for the mind, but not the system. Yes. Nate wouldn't know. No. Is that was a Budweiser? That's what it was reminding me of, and I couldn't think of it. Probiotic. I know I have some I should take, but I'm scared. I'm scared. Hermione may not like it. Vegas is not for the weak. Let me tell you. And people are gamblers. You know, I thought I was a gambler. But I think Rob, out-gambled me. That's Cha-Cha's husband. He was up early in the morning gambling and gambled literally all night long. And I was like, I couldn't get up in the morning. I needed to be lazy, you know? So I would do it late afternoon, for hours. But yes, hi, Nadia. So Rob took the cake for the most hours logged. I bet you. Most hours logged went to Rob Applegate. There you have it. So I'm afraid he definitely out-gambled. Well, everybody out-gambled you. Except Elvie. She didn't really gamble that much. Yes, I would too, Vogel, because let me tell you, it was touch and go. It was touch and go. I'm going to tell you that. Touch and go, and then the last night, we all kind of won our money back. It was crazy. Not fully, but half of our money back, So that was good. God bless the elderly. Thank you. I know, I'm going to be 52 next week. 52. How much did we win? We didn't win. Rob came out even, maybe a couple $100 more. I don't really know, but the money lost on the last night. Yeah, they broke even. I got half of my money back, so that was good. What am I doing? I just got home from Vegas the other day. I have a hemorrhoid and Aunt Flo's here, so. But yeah, I don't know when my birthday is. Is it Monday? Sunday? Monday? I don't know. Tuesday? Who knows? I don't know. It's just whatever. The Bograda in Atlantic City. I love gambling too. Hey, Aurora, did I say that already? Where is Ed? Not out here. Ed is never on my morning live. So if you're here for Ed, bye. Hi, Brandy. Well, that's so much he was acting like it was a full-time job. Yes, he did. Yeah. We are not on members only. That's why you can see, because you, Debbie, you have no star. So if we were on members only, you wouldn't be part of it, because you're just a regular peon. Just so you know. You're just regular colors, like the people who don't pay. My birthday is May 5th. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, duh. Cinco de Mayo. The best, it's a party every year. Even if I'm down, there's people are partying all over the world. She's not a star. She's a peon because she's just white. Yeah, margaritas. Tuesday is my birthday. Thank you, Rita. I don't even know. I do only live once. David. So on the boots. Lisa grabbed my bean. So in that video, you saw me hunched over. Lisa literally groped me and scraped the bean. It literally sent me into a tizzy. So if you see that video and I'm laughing, that's what happened. Yeah, she might as well have flicked it and given me some enjoyment. Instead, she scared the shit out of me. So anyway, bad grip. She was just meant to do a credit and debit, but she got all of the stuff. She touched my bean. Oh, Janet has no star either. Janet's a peon. Oh no. You can retrieve it back, Debbie. I think you have like so many days and you still get your star back, but you have to adjust your payment method. Cinco de Mayo. I love Vegas. I went to Vegas last year. We had a blast. I came home with a sprained ankle. Oh my God. The sprained ankle, girl. What you doing? What you doing? How you doing? Where you at? How about that? I don't know the song, but so yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Always chips and guac. I always eat Mexican food. I'm a Mexican food lover. So, but I have to pee. I'm having issues this morning with everything. Apparently my urethra too. Hold on, give me a minute. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God. Open. Here. Hi, baby. I like the frito bandito. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, no, Vegas was a blast. No, that's a yearly thing for us. Only several people, only one person actually is from the original crew. Everybody else has dropped off and is no longer friends with us or just couldn't make it this year. So, and that happens. Life happens, you know? So, unfortunately. Yeah, where's Dan? No, Dan's working. So, oh, bye, Sam. Love you. Sorry, Janet. Anyway, bye, Pat. Love you. I got shit to do. I got to replace my tires on my John Deere. I put some slime in it, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna back it up, slime it again, and try to get another side of it. Birds annoy you. Marius, they annoy me too in the middle of the night. And these birds sing all night long. All night long. Yeah. It's beautiful, Tammy, here today. It is. Hi, Lives. How are you? Menthol Vicks. I know, Vicks. I know. I have Vicks too. And my friend keeps telling me, you didn't hear me peeing because you weren't with me. So anyway, how can I talk and run all the time? So I've been running since I was 14. Not very long, but like distance-wise, but I've been active since I was anorexic. So, and the more you exercise and the longer you have, your lung capacity is just a lot different than most. So that's why I can do this. Yeah. So Vic sounds like it would burn and then leak into the vag. No, because it's gloppy. But a lot of people recommend Vicks because it's menthol and it might burn, but it fucking burns now anyway, right? And the menthol is supposed to grab it and suck it down into the normal place that it should be. You know what I mean? So I've got you too, Emily. I've got a lot to do. I got to mow my pasture. If I can get this wheel fixed, but I'm gonna still mow it as quickly as I can. And then take it to Clint's so he can take off my wheels, and then I can go and bring it to the tire shop. What else do I have to do? Finish laundry. The good thing is Mary's here to help, so that's good. So she'll fold for me. I have one in the dryer. I have one in the wash right now. So she'll do it, which helps me out tremendously when she's here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I try to get as much laundry out for her so that way I have less to do and I can keep up with one a day. And Saroj will, if she knows there's something in the dryer, or if I tell her, she'll fold too. Mary's just automatic. She comes in. You know, everybody is different in their whole way. Why doesn't Dan mow the yard? Why didn't Dan give me $5 million throughout our marriage? I gotta ask him, gotta ask him. Dan has never had to do, Joe, I have somebody who mows my grass. I'm on 2 acres. I pay $350 a month just to do what he does. If I added the pasture and everything else on top of it, it would probably be another $500 or more. And nobody's got that much money to give to landscapers. So I gotta split halfsies, $350 for my front and back. He edges, he trims certain things, Hi Jess, you're still colored. You still have, everything looks good. So anyway, yeah, it's expensive out here in California. So to add all that on would cost, because it would take him time, a lot more time. And I can't afford that. I can't afford that. So that's not gonna happen. I mean, Jess, I don't know how much you can see of when I do things, but I love when people tell me I got money. Did you just not hear what I said? I can't afford to have my whole property done. And then you come and say, you got money. Pay attention. Pay attention. So anyway, is your gas up to $6? Yes. For the Porsche, it's $6. Absolutely. For just regular unleaded, it's hovering right below $6. I got to use your weed whacker. I know. The weed whackers are tough. And I have to weed whack other areas too. Again, he can't do it all. Only I can. I have to make up for what he does. It's a shit show. So, $3.99. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys, California's not cheap with gas, food prices, and everything else. So, and you think all these people who are driving, like the landscapers, the handymen, all those companies, Uber has gone up too, right? Everything has gone up because of gas prices. Thank you. I won't say it. I started that shit. I'm disabled and I know how y'all go. Yeah, I just hate when people make assumptions based on what we have. Are we struggling? No, not overall. But, there's a lot of things that we had to use up to help get us through, right? People forget, like, People have issues financially. My husband hasn't practiced law like full time in years. You know, I have to work for what I have right now. So does he. Dan has, so Dan has, he's trying to create, an app with this guy, right? A guy he was telling you guys about if you watched his live last night, who's already had success with an app, created an app. And they've been working for months together. And it literally just starts in the morning. He gets phone calls starting early morning, right? He works literally all day with Matt along, talking to his Mark or his mom or his friend Scott. But like this app is taking a lot of time. And Dan's raising money, right? By doing ads and stuff like that to help put money in the kitty. We don't have, 100 grand just to blop and give Matt and say, go for it. We don't have money like that, and we're not here to take a risk. We're too old. We've already gone through too much with him, and then the heart attack, and then, the business partnership. It's been a lot. So are we still fortunate? Yes, relatively, but not where we should have been. Not where we should have been. So don't assume people have what you think they have, right? Don't think, I can't buy a new car right now. And I normally would get a car every 3 years because that's just how I roll. So yeah, no, life is tight. Life is tight. Yes. So he's working hard, right? Making a new app with this guy who has the experience of, oh, look at John. John, I'm trying to tell a story and you're coming in with your ugly ass. One of the most thankless soul. Can't stop complaining, pouring out negativity on public. John, what are you doing right now? What are you doing? You're literally being a hypocrite with everything you wrote in that sentence. You literally are doing the exact thing you're complaining that I'm doing, which I'm not. I'm being factual of my life. Sorry, you're somehow offended by my stories, John. There's other people you might like, or other people maybe you want to hassle, but I'm not going to take it from you. So I'm on 3 devices, guys. 3 devices. John's on Facebook. So anyway, he's working on this app with this guy, to help for caregivers. And that lady was so sweet, right? Jay, I haven't met her, but she sounds cute and she sounds sweet, like a sweet soul who has given up her year for her brother and her family. Her brother, they have a great group of family, right? They all have pitched in. Nobody's thrown anything under the rug. They're all involved, which is fucking amazing because that doesn't happen very often for families who are taking care of somebody who's disabled, injured, diseased, or has dementia, whatever. So the fact that everybody is working together, she lives 2 hours from you. She sounds like a cutie. I was like, Dan, is she cute? He's like, yeah, super cute. She sounds cute. So I asked my Zoomies because they were telling me, because I was busy cooking, so I couldn't watch, right, or include myself in that because I have other things to do. So that's why we're lucky because we have 2 of us, so one of us can get the shit done. But let me tell you, it's a lot of, Dan's having to work a lot harder than he has in a while, just so you all know. This app is taking up a lot of time, which is good for him, right? It's good for him. So what he's doing right now is instead of having money to just say, here, do it, which he probably would have done back in the day when we had it, because it's hard, he's having to do videos, ads for companies. And instead of us taking the money and using it to live, we're putting it into the app, right? So that's how we're doing it. Normally we do ads, we get the big check, but Dan's working with these companies, and Matt's helping to get them. And instead of us taking the money for ourselves, we're putting it and investing it in the app. So that's how we're raising money to continue to go with the app. So Dan's working a lot. Actually, I think he's going to post an ad today. Our place for mom, or place for one of our place for, is it our place for mom? Anyway, so I think that's going to be posted today. Yeah, and I hope it works out, right? I mean, not only for us would help financially, but it'll be helpful for Matt and all the time he's spending, right? Because Matt is spending a lot of the legwork, right? A place for mom, thank you. And this will be good for caregivers and people like you who are here and need help, platforms, everything else. So it's a great idea, and we don't have enough of these things in the world today. And that's why Matt reached out to Dan. So I think it's pretty cool. But yes, he's having to work a lot. He gets up, I can tell you, great resource. Yes. So I can tell you he's got to make a couple of new TikTok pages. I'm not involved in all that, because I can't be, because I've got to handle the roost, right? So as he's working and doing all that stuff, I'm filling in on the things that he does or whatever. But he literally wakes up in the morning. Typically his first call is Mark. Mark calls, what's going on? How's dad? Blah, blah, blah. Then he gets up to the phone with Mark. Then his friend Scott calls. And normally they're on the phone talking politics, finances for a while. And then they get off. And then Matt calls. And then Scott will call again. And Dan will go for a walk. And then Matt calls again. So he's literally on the phone all day, pacing, talking, thinking, and working, right? Because you got to put a lot of time into these types of things in order to make it good and make it right. So Matt's got Dan working. And he told him that too. He's like, Matt, I'm lazy. So you have to tell me you need it now, because if you say I need this in a couple days, I ain't doing it before then. So Matt, he bugs him, and he says, Matt, I'm going to need a reminder. Matt sends him a reminder, no, local, he has been, we're going to cut him a little bit of slack. He has been working his ass off. And Matt's persistent. He wants to do his job and he wants to do it well, and he can't do it alone. So yes, that means Dan has to keep moving and grooving. So yes, so right now, currently, they do work together well, and they're becoming friends, right? When you invest this much time with another person, you become friends, right? I'm sure if this works out and we run faster. I'm sure if this works out and the app becomes successful, I'm sure there'll be many more things to come, right? Yes, just like us, Christy. And now Clayton he's stirring the pot with me. Christy, I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna kick that. You better tell him to watch himself. He comes and sees me. He might get a big swift kick in the ass. He's a pot stirrer, that guy. How am I? I'm tired. On another news, you should have seen the floor this morning, though. I was ready not to give him he had frosted flakes everywhere. Right in front there's a big pile scattered all over the kitchen floor. Where does that come from? What? And it was like all in the pantry. So yeah, he did some practice every day, right? Dan has old clients that call him but pretty much I think he's going to stick with estate planning and criminal. He loves criminal. I did not do my kitchen chronicles, but I wanted to. I was so pissed off. And some of you on the member live saw me cleaning my pantry yesterday. Those of you on my member lives. Yeah, Huh. See? Why do I clean? Right? Where's Grandpa? Not out here with me. So anyway, yeah. Well, you happy birthday, Patricia. I think I'm gonna walk a little bit. I'm tired. I'm almost done. We'll just turn it down. We'll call Dan here. I swear, I don't know why. I don't know why, but I mean, you have to feel them falling out of your mouth. There was cheese wrappers on the floor. There was a yogurt I mean, it's like he opens, leaves it. Just like the cabinet doors, opens and leaves it. Yeah, everywhere. There's trails of Dan from the bedroom all the way to the kitchen. And you think I'm lying. Yeah, you think I'm lying. I know you guys watch me do that. Hi, Cindy Lou. Better late than never. Yeah. Accidentally hit the Icy. Hi, Icy. Icy's back. Back again. Icy's back. Icy's back. Icy's. I am amazing. Dean, I am amazing. I mean, honestly. Again. Oh, look at that. Visit the link tree for books and more. Look at D-Cell Norcal's here. Mrs. I like how I'm a queen. YouTube, I'm a look at, does you see the queen? Does you see the queen with the gold and the, I am pretty awesome. I mean, if you guys actually saw what I did in a day, you guys would think that was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Get Dan glasses in my Heatherly's kitchen all the time. Can't pick it up, Kelly. And you would think the dogs would eat it, but they don't. I don't know. Hello, Anipo. Anipo? Hello from Tel Aviv. Be safe. Anyway, so it's crazy, you know? It's crazy. And I love my house being nice. Although right now with the carpet, but I have an idea what I think I'm gonna do for my living room, whose carpet's half torn up. You cared for your swimming coach. Wow. Good for you, Dean. That's sweet. I don't think, hi in Tunica. Barney, one time I went to Tunica with my grandma, my aunt, my mama, and I won $1,500 on a $5 machine. So I'm trying to be patient, right? I had counseling yesterday. So I'm trying to really work on myself, right? Now, I'm not going to be, yeah, see, look at me. I'm a queen. I love it. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh, counseling. In order to evolve, right? And if you ask Dan the last couple of weeks, he'll probably say he's happier. Not even sexually, right? Not sexually, because that's never going to be a consistent thing these days. I don't think for a while. But my personality, my behavior has been better, right? Because I'm trying to work on the things that if you go to counseling and you don't use it and try to make yourself better as a person, you're never going to evolve. And what's the point of going to counseling? So I'm really trying to work on myself as well as trying to get my body back in a normal, consistent state. I did start Lexapro last night. So we're getting back on that. I'm hurting. I'm really hurting. Not just my ass and my vagina, but I'm hurting. My body's hurting. And I think I'm either in a flare up because of Vegas and not enough sleep and trauma and whatever. But I also think I fucked up with not taking that. So now I know it does work for me. Lots of weird, different sensations are coming, and that's the thing with fibromyalgia. Not Lexapro. Did I say Lexapro? Lyrica. No, Lyrica. Sorry. Not Lexapro. I can't take that shit. Lexapro did me dirty. Lyrica, for the fibromyalgia. Just different things are cropping up. And that's the thing, you know, what you realize when you try to go off things, when you think things aren't helping, and I've been kicked in the ass. Lexapro made things worse, but once it got out of my system fully, that's when everything started back again. And there's new ailments. Spencer Pratt, it just makes me giggle. Makes me giggle. If Spencer Pratt wins, what the fuck? Our world is really just fucked up. I loved Lexapro, but it made my body unhappy. My TMJ and everything, my fibro. It really, I realize now, that's why I went off the Lyrica, people, is because when I went off the Lexapro, my body felt so much better. It does feel better, but I still have fibromyalgia. And what happens is fibromyalgia progresses into new things, right? And so since I've been off of it and my body's been going through the withdrawals of it, I've noticed like my lip tingling. And I was talking to my friend Elvie, who also has fibro. And she's like, yes. I thought, remember I was talking about how I thought I was having a, what do you call it? Bell's palsy. And it's not. She's like, no, that happened to me. It's fibro. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't even think about that. Weird shit that has been happening to me more and more. Different things that I never noticed because guess what? I was on the Lyrica. So now it is, Brandy, I'm dying right now. So Lyrica was working, people. It was working for me. So now, and it was, remember, it was such a horrible come off for me. Such a horrible come off. But I did it wrong. So it scares me kind of to get back on it, but I know I need it because fibro is progressing. And that's what Elvie said. She goes, Danielle, fibro progresses as you age, not the palsy. I didn't have the palsy, but I thought I was going to have the palsy. It was just my fibro, my lip. Who knew? A corner of my lip would start tingling. Yeah. What the hell? And I was like, Dan, does my face look okay? Why is my eye droopy? My eyes have been droopy lately. I don't know why. So anyway, we're all well right now. We're all well. And so it's going to take me a minute. Another thing that I know you, fuck you, cha-cha. Another thing, who's this guy? Another thing that I'm worried about is, my leg, my left leg at night. I have this, like, I think it's restless leg. It's not really numb, but like, I can't sit still. I have to keep it moving, or I have to squeeze it, or somebody has to tickle it, or like I have to have, because it drives me nuts. It's like I can't get comfortable because something's wrong with my leg, you know? So, and maybe that's what restless leg is, but it drives me insane. And so that's been hitting me really hard the last couple nights, really hard. And it pissed me off last night because I finally was able to, what do you call it? Calm down and fall asleep, right? Yes, well, I did, Vogie. It did. And then Dan woke me up. Oh, I thought you were up. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm fucked up now. Now I just finally fell asleep. And now my leg. Yeah. I got up and I started cleaning the kitchen. So because I couldn't, it was driving, and the more you think about it, the more it bothers you, the more you're just like irritated, right? I don't drink that much caffeine. More lately, but like I'll have a coffee and then I'll drink this throughout the day. And that's it. Yeah. So anyway, Gabapen, yes. So the Lyrica helped mine too. So it's crazy. So anyway, so then he woke me up and I had to get up again because I couldn't sit still. But my insurance quit paying for it. Oh no. Well, that's weird, Natasha. So anyway, and those things are more prominent now that I'm off the Lyrica. So now that I'm clean, sound, and mind, right? Now that I'm clean, sound, somebody's here. Now that I'm clean, sound, and mind, right? Now I can adjust accordingly. So before I went up to 300 milligrams. Now my fingers tingling. No, this is only 80 milligrams. This is 80 milligrams. This one, the small one, is 80. 80, and my coffee, I never finish a full cup in the morning. So I don't think it's very much. I might have iced tea later in the day or one soda or something like that. But so, well, that's what Dan says, Lady Jane, to me, always says, well, you run every day. Yeah, I run every day. Doesn't mean it's not painful or doesn't mean it's not, right? Like, I'm hurting. It's just I'm used to just moving because when I move, it's worse. It's no different. And this keeps me, I lost my thing. And this keeps me like moving and happy and, all this stuff. So, like, I have to move. And exercise is good for you. So that's what they tell you. They tell you that if you can exercise, exercise, because exercise is one of the best things for fiber. So anyway, minimizing your pain because we push through, right? And so all my pains, my joints, my knuckles, oh yeah, it hurts bad. And especially when it's cold outside. What else? Yeah, and my lip is a new thing that's been happening. What else? My restless leg is horrible. Yeah. Tingling in my feet, like my left foot's tingling right now, and I stretch. Lyrica did not make me gain weight. No, Lyrica actually made me lose weight. So I was, remember, everybody's different. So what you think or what happened to you or what's happened to other people is not always true for everybody. Lyrica helped me lose weight or just made me lose weight in general. So anyway, I tried so many. So yeah, I'm trying an magnesium-based cream. I use a magnesium spray. Yeah. Gabapentin made you swell. Yeah, Lyrica had no problems on it. Again, I just went off of it because I thought I was cured from the Lexapro. I wasn't. Yes, a body in motion stays in motion. I always remember that from my physical science class. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest, what? Stays at rest. I remember that. So yeah, my friend Dee Willis, she sent me, her daughter does a whole bunch of natural stuff. And so she sent me some magnesium spray. So I use that at night too, but it's just nothing. And you just, until you fall asleep, it bothers me until my Lyrica kicks in. From Reebok. Oh, I don't even remember that on a Reebok commercial. That's funny. Anyway, I was listening. Heads up. Nike. Oh, I never knew that. Lidocaine. Does it help? Hi, Mac. How many mgs of Lyrica? I just started again. So, I don't really know. I did about 300. I didn't like it. I got headaches at 300. So I went off of that. But I could have had headaches from being off the Lexapro too. I don't really know. Or my, yeah. So we're going to try it again because I don't have any of that right now. So I do acupuncture. Yes. That's part of my daily. So yeah, so I just have to figure it out and see what happens. I mean, that's all I can do. So right now I'm on 50. I just started yesterday. So 50 milligrams for 3 days and then I go up. So I take 50 and then I'll take 50 at night for 3 days. So I'll do 2 and I'm going to try it and see because 100 might be, I was taking 100 for a while. But if not, I'm going to go up until I feel like it's healthy. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the only thing you can do. I'll get it figured out, I'll get it figured out. Oh, here's John still. John's still here. The guy who says I'm pathetic. If you are in pain and hurting, you couldn't run, buddy. So whatever, it's not bad, really. Mental sickness is another. John, I see you know a lot of, you seem very intelligent. And I'm so glad you joined my live today to grace me with your knowledge and help and support. You've been a great stand-up male figure today. So I appreciate all the loveliness you're giving me, and you're still here. And you can't stand me. You're a fan, honey. You a fan, though. John, everything's a mental illness, even hate. Hatred is more worse than anything else you can imagine. I'd rather have my mental illness of being anxious and OCD than being a hateful sob. You know what I mean? Not sab, sob, S-O-B. Mm-hmm. Yeah, John. Keep up the good work. I hope your wife's happy. Yeah. People don't realize how much pain drives you emotionally. Yes. Pain affects you, right? And makes you more tired, right? But like some people, John, have the ability to push through. Some people don't. It depends how strong you are here, is what matters. And apparently, you must be speaking from your weak mind, obviously. And so I understand it. Weak people don't move. I mean, weak just drives you to be miserable and hateful to others. Keep up the good work, buddy. Yes. I've broken my spine. Oh my God, you broke your spine, Janet? Stop it. Yes, I'm so mean. Hi, Koso. I hate when people come in, and Dan says that too. You know, Dan's like, how can you work out and do as much as you do? You know, well, because I push myself. I always have. Because it's going to hurt whether I work out, it's going to hurt whether I sit. It doesn't matter, right? That's what people don't realize. Do me a favor and start I have a wash and a dryer in there. I don't know who's here. Remember I said somebody's here when they're in my living room, sitting down. So, and that's the thing. You choose how you want to use your pain. Pain hurts whether you're moving or whether you're not. So you got to figure out. Yeah, too much sitting and no exercise is a death sentence. No, it doesn't take it away. And that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Like, I follow a lot of fibromyalgia pages, and people say, well, you seem so happy all the time. Well, yeah. Same with people with mental illness. You know, Robin Williams seemed happy all the time, right? He seemed like he was a great person, had a happy life. Well, it's because you push through. You push through. Yeah, I've worked out. So, if they started you on, what was your next? No, they started me on 50. 50. So I'm on 50 and I go up every 3 days to my desired, and Twitch, right? I mean, who would have thought Twitch? He seems so happy. He danced with his family. You know, everything looks so good on the outside. People, you never know what people are going through. Be nice, John, or find something that makes you happy. Obviously, I don't, and that's okay. But you don't have to be ugly. Ugliness is a horrible disease that affects so many people out in this world today. And it doesn't take anything to be kind. And if you don't like somebody, find somebody you do and leave the people alone that you don't. I don't know if you saw my comment over the weekend, but I did say what it would take to buy the Porsche. I think my husband would be very mad. I've been wanting to sell the Porsche for years because it's a pain in the ass to keep up. And I got to start it today because nobody starts it unless I'm here, you know, and nobody drives it unless I'm here or unless Dan, you know, unless I take the Subaru. So this thing has been sitting for a week. You got to keep those, it's probably, I hope it's going to start because it's a pain in the ass. So how much can you go up? Renee, everything for me is done in 50 milligram increments. Oh, thanks, Marie. I'm not the nicest all the time, but I don't go out of my way to be mean, right? There's a difference. I don't go out of my way to be mean. I don't find people to take out my frustrations on them, like John and many others. I will set my ground and stand my ground when people attack me, for sure. But I think that says something, right? It says something. But we're all human. We all have good days and bad days. We all, you know, have quick mouths sometimes, and it's hard. I am Lyrica for fibro. Yeah. And I love it. I mean, it worked for me. I didn't have any side effects. I didn't have anything. Hi, Philly. How are you? How are you? It's so sad. And when you have these older men that bully young women or older women. They don't realize what an ass they look like, right? They think they look better than the person they're attacking. But no, it just makes you look like a weak, mean person. And then people don't get that. I'm a damn good person. I don't know about that. I'm pretty good, you guys. I mean, I was telling Dan the other day, started meds, hopefully it helps. Fingers crossed, Lisa. I was telling Dan the other day, I mean, look at what I do. Not only do I take care of a man that I didn't like for most of my life, and now I take care of him, and half for the last 5 years. I take care of my family, right? I put their needs and everybody else's over mine. And all their animals that they bring home. All the animals that I get pissed off at them for bringing home. Who's taking care of them? Me. Me. Because I know once they cross the threshold, and so do my kids, know that I'm done for, and that's true. I love animals, but I don't like doing it. I used to be good to people. People it ruins a lot. Like sometimes I have to remind myself, Lily, there's times that I get really frustrated, right? Because I get overwhelmed in life. And I get overwhelmed in situations where there's crowds or and I start panicking and then I want to like freak the fuck out at people that are rude or something. Um, and so sometimes I'm like, okay, girl, the only thing that saves me is knowing that I'm on social media. The only thing that saves me is knowing I'm on social media, because I think to myself, if I reacted to somebody, just attacked them for no apparent reasons or because they were pissing me off, that wouldn't look very good. So I try to be better. Facebook's going quacko. So sorry, Facebook is having a moment. No, I didn't get along with my father-in-law before. And matter of fact, I couldn't stand the guy. Yeah. So animals steal my heart way too quickly, and my kids know that. I mean, look at the last 2 rescues. And then Andrew knew I said no to Sweet Pea, and I said I didn't want to deal with the bills, and he brings her home anyway. And what did I do? I took care of her. So, you know, that's what I do. I take care of things. I take care of people, animals, and all the rest. So I think in that sense, I am a good person. I'm a good person because I'm loyal until I'm not, until people push me away or people make me think differently of them. And I just back away. He got a new cat. No, God, no. Bye, Janet. Love you. You're loving the spring is finally here. Well, you needed it. Because yes, and I'm gonna tell you, well, baby, see that these things are tattooed on, girl. I don't have any highlight eyebrows. Shit. I hated Ed. I hated Ed. If you don't know my story, buy my book. It's in Amazon. Amazon.com. Freezing. Yeah, it was freezing. Yeah. Ed, there's a history between me and Ed. A long history. I knew him since I was 5 years old. And I couldn't stand him, nor couldn't wait to get away from him. And then Dan. And then Dan. So I had a few friends. We had a good time talking, laughing, made plans to get for dinner. We went home and oh no. After that, Sue-Ann, oh my God, he unalived himself. Right. And you had fun. And you don't know a lot of people, I find out that the people who always cry wolf, right? The people who are always crying wolf, and the people who are always saying, I'm going to kill myself, or, whatever they say, those aren't the people that do it. It's the people who don't say anything, and you never know. That's why I tell people, you don't know what the people who you are attacking are going through. You don't know if they're teetering on the brink of unaliving or what they're trying to do, and you want to be mean. Makes sense, John. I'm shaking because I'm on something called a vibration plate. So when did I start to like Ed? Probably not until a couple years ago. A couple years ago. Yeah. He was a hard man, and I posted that video, that throwback video. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, people don't understand. They always want to get mad at me, for saying my house, and all those things. And if you look at that video very carefully, and some of you who've been around long enough to remember that video, And remember, but look at his face. His face tells it all. His face to me tells me the type of man he was, right? It brings me back to that moment of just triggered, right? Because I've been around him for so long. And that's what it reminds me of. That facial expression was like, he was pissed, he was angry, and he wasn't going to believe anything I said. And that's what and that's what that's what I lived with for all those years. That the eyes, yeah, the eyes. And people who are very keen to that know, and you can see the type of man he was. You knew in that thing. He never hit, he never abused anybody physically, but there was other things that he didn't do so well. Um, and like Dan, it's a slippery slope because my mom and Ed were married, right? So I have my story to tell that's not particularly likable by Dan, whether it's wrong or good or none that's less different. But it's my truth. Dan didn't even live with his dad as long as that I have lived with his dad. I've lived with his dad longer than Dan has, right? So I get to tell my story. And I choose to use the words I want to use because that's how I describe those moments. They weren't fun. They were god awful. My mom, wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. She should have left. She tried to leave many times. So, it's my truth. It doesn't always have to reside, and that's what makes our situation different because of, because he's Ed's son and I'm my mom's daughter, and they were married at one time. So, Dan wasn't really there for life with his dad. It's crazy to think that. Like, it's more me that had his life than his own child. Um, so, um, so it's hard, and occasionally, and I'm gonna be truthful because I don't lie about my thing. But like when he's been giving me that look a couple times. He's been getting a little bit more feisty with me, and it triggers me, right? He triggers me. Was he generous? No. He triggers me. He triggers the fuck out of me with that face. And you don't realize what goes on in my heart and my body as a reaction. I became anxious in the house that Ed had me in. My mom had me in. I blame it on my mom. Um, so it's just like any parent or any child taking care of parents, right? You are going to get angry at your parents because there's a history there. Same from Ed and I. So when he gets feisty with me and gives me that look that you saw in that video, sometimes I snap. Sometimes I snap, and I snap because why? Because that's my history. That's ingrained in my body and in my head, the reaction, right? When he gives me that look, and sometimes I don't have to be professional. I don't need to see a professional, Mary. For you to say that is ugly. Don't judge somebody else. Judge yourself, girl. Fix your face. I'm here being truthful, and you want to sit and tear me down. Don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. Mary says, let it go. Can you get rid of Mary? Let her go, because I don't need that bullshit, and I don't need her coming back when I'm trying to tell a fucking story, and now I'm zoned in on her bullshit. Somebody get rid of Mary, please. Thank you. So, um, so yeah, sometimes when he, um, sometimes when he does that, I do. Listen here, old man, is what I tell him. Listen here, old man. Don't start with me. My house, my rules. My house, my rules. Oh, this is your house, right? Yeah, it is. My house. Since when? 21 years ago. Oh, that long? Yeah. Do I think he realizes what he's doing? Marissa, I'm going to say yes to that. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because when you know your person, right? When you know your person, you know your person. And just like us, the memories are still there. Whether or not they know, right? Whether or not they know what they're doing or what they're saying, that memory is still there. That rote reaction to life is the same way. Ed does not like people telling him what to do. So it's a reaction, right? It's still there. He's still talking, right? He's still moving. So that's still there, right? There are moments when he reacts like he pokes at Dan that he remembers. He may not necessarily understand why he's doing it now, but I don't even think he understood what he was doing in the first place. He was just an ass. But like I still think that's a reaction pattern he has, and it's still there, and it comes out sometimes. Doesn't come out all the time, but it comes out. So, yes, like I was getting him in the shower, and when I give him a shower, it's quick, right? I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's like in and out, 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 right? Um, and he doesn't like to be rushed. He does not like to be rushed. Um, and I got to get on to the next thing. So yesterday the other day he was ripping his shit away from me. I was like, "What are you doing, old man? Don't tell me what to do. Don't take my shirt off." And I was like, "We're taking a shower." "No, I'm not taking a shower." "Yes, you are." "Why?" "Because you stink." "Well, I don't know why I stink. I didn't do anything." "Because your body just stinks. That's why." And so, is somebody available to come on to Facebook? Is somebody, let me know, because I'll get rid of John Steve, please. If you're able to, I'm just tired of his um his bullying, quite honestly. So if somebody can pop onto Facebook and get rid of him, that would be great. And I've had enough of you, John, and I just think you're an ugly human, and I'm sorry you were so miserable in your life that you have to attack other people. When I'm telling stories, my truth, and you're disagreeing with my truth, you don't have that right to do. You can have an opinion, which is very ugly, but that's on you, not me. And I'm just tired of you bullying when I'm trying to tell stories and trying to tell people who want the information, and you're just heckling. Just like people who stand up on a stage, get rid of the hecklers. You're gone. So hopefully somebody can get rid of you because I'm just irritated. Okay, thanks, Rita. Um, Here's my thing. I have boundaries, right? I'm going to take as much as I can take until I can't take it anymore. I think it's rude. I'm still human. I still have emotions and I still have feelings. And when I'm trying to communicate with the people who want to be here and I have hecklers who are bothering me in my stories, I get done. I get done. And I'm like, I told my mom, my mods, I said, you know, he's calling me ugly and miserable, and he says, double standards. You don't like people telling you what to do either. You are a capital B, for talking about Ed when he can't defend himself. Um, what's he going to defend? The truth? Do you think Ed, the man that you think is a high standard man, would disagree with me? No. Every night, John, when I'm getting him ready for bed, he says, Danielle, I really appreciate what you're doing. I know you don't have to do this. He said it last night. I know you don't have to do this, but I appreciate it. You don't think he knows what he did to me? You don't think he knows what an ass he was? I think that's why he says it, John, because he's trying to repair a relationship that he was not proud of. So, John, yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Um, so anyway, and I literally told my mods, I said, be generous, just let them be. Unless I say I'm done with people, let them fucking say they're ugly. But when I'm trying to talk and people are heckling constantly, like if you say one thing or another, whatever. But when you keep coming back and coming back and coming back, that's when I'm gone. I'm done. I'm done with you. Say what you need to say. Fine. I don't give a shit. But if you're ugly, I don't need you here anymore. Um, he knows at the end of the day. He does. Do I get paid? Mary, why do you, even if I got paid, and this is the thing, even if I got paid, does it make my job any easier? No, it doesn't. Money doesn't buy an easier caregiving experience. People are demented when they think that. That's what they want to come back with. They want to come back with, aren't you getting paid? First of all, no. Second of all, it's not your business. Third of all, if even the people who do get paid, it doesn't make it any easier. And I shouldn't be any more thankful because I'm getting paid for a job that I'm chosen to do. Actually, my husband chose it for me. Hi, Heavy. Love you, Heavy. Um, most caregivers don't get paid. Most caregivers don't get paid. There's specific things that you have to meet in order to get paid. And Ed does not meet those things. You have to have literally zero money. Zero money. Have I forgiven him? Yeah, I've forgiven him. Why do you think I'm still doing this? And that's a stupid question. Have you forgiven him? He's still in my house, right? For 5 years. He's still in my house. I'm the one who controls whether or not Ed is here or not. Dan has told you guys that many times. I'm the one who controls him being here. He's here. I'm not talking bad about him currently, Cameron. If you paid attention, the past, you guys open your ears and use your brains. It shows the ignorance you have when you say comments like that. Because you obviously aren't here long enough or don't know the background for you to step up and say that. I'm not talking bad about him. I'm talking about him in the past. Doesn't mean I still don't get triggered by his behaviors. I'm human. You're getting triggered by me talking. Here's another example of a hypocrite. People are getting triggered by me saying what I'm saying because you don't like what I say because I don't fit in your box, or I don't fit in how you calculate things in your head or you decode it in your head. So you're attacking me for not fitting there. All I'm doing is I'm talking about how I feel, my experience and my life that most of you weren't here with for. Not very many people were here for that. And people want to criticize me for speaking my truth. My truth is my truth, whether you like it or not. But you don't have a right to tell me what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and what I should be doing. I know that person better than even his own son. I'm talking about being a human fucking being. When he gives me that look, when he fights with me, yeah. You don't think I get triggered? Most of the time I do, and sometimes I don't. It's a normal reaction. Just like when my husband tells me how to drive. Do you not get triggered? Do you not get triggered when your husband tells you how to drive and you're 52 and you've been driving long enough and have a clean record? It's normal to get irritated. It's normal to be stressed. It's normal to not like what you're doing at the moment. Sometimes I don't like to be giving him a shower, but I give it to him because it has to get done. The day I came home from Vegas, I had to give him a shower. There wasn't a choice. And I don't need to go into specifics. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to lay down. But I had to do it. So I did it. Was I soft and was I gentle touching? No, I don't fucking gentle touch in a shower. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Well, you should be a lot gentler. In a shower? No. Not going to be massaging the man naked in a shower. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. You guys are weird. Well, you shouldn't be so rough with them. Hi mama. I need to make them food. Anyway, so Like, no, it's a job for me, in and out. I'm not trying to give him some more to pleasure. I'm in and out. He's in and out, right? Get him in, get him out. Sometimes he says, "You're so rough." Yeah, you're right. Get in, do it yourself, buddy. Do it yourself. I'm sitting here scrubbing your head, washing behind your ears, scrubbing your feet, clipping your nails, shaving you. This is a job for me, buddy. I'm not here to give you pleasure. Oh shit. Yeah, and people get mad at me. They're like, "Can't you just be a little bit more gentle?" No. Ed's always like, "Be careful down there." No, I'm not going to be careful down there. Nobody. I ain't gonna be careful down there. Wash it and get it out. No gentleness anywhere on that body. Yeah, in and out, right? I mean, that's the thing is like, and he laughs, and Mary, sometimes she helps me give him a shower where she hands me, we're like it reminds me of being in an operating room because she stands at the corner. I'm drying him off, deodorant, check. Deodorant back. Are we clipping nails today? And if she does, she hands me the clippers, and then she's like, "What do we need for the feet today?" And then I put the A&D ointment, and I lather up his feet, so it's just funny. She hands shirt, check, socks, diaper. Let's go. We got a routine. So it helps because, then I'm not having to, it's just nicer to have somebody there. I just shower Ed. Dan doesn't have the patience to shower his dad. Dan does not have the patience to shower his dad. Like, if it has to get done and I'm not around, he'll do it. But most likely he won't. He'll do PTA, which is pits, tits, and ass, a wipe down. But no, he will not. He will not do it. It's a lot of work. It's a chore. It's a big fucking chore. And now that he can't stand up, I can tell you Dan's not fumbling with the goods, right? I mean, it just before when he was standing, he was standing back here, with the thing, spraying water everywhere, making sure. Yeah, it's quick, but good. Exactly. Get him in, get him out, right? So no, absolutely not. Dan will not shower his dad unless it's a God, it's unless it's completely and utterly necessary. No. And so yes, he needed a shower. Yeah, tomato plant water. My necklace is all caught up and it's really pissing me off. So anyway, the water. So we have a hose. We have a hose, but he sits down. He doesn't stand up. Are you comprehending the situation? He sits down. He doesn't stand up in the shower. That's a fall risk for Ed. So thank you. I've got his showering techniques ready. Yeah, I already know how to do it. Anyway, so my birthday's on May 10th. Happy birthday. Pros and cons to a vibration plate. Whatever. It's pros and cons to everybody. Different. I like it. Not everybody likes it. And I'm making this worse than it's pissing me off. Showering people is not easy. Yes, no, showering people is not easy. And I'm not here to give pleasure to anybody in a shower. I'm there for a reason. I'm there to get him clean. That's it. And I'm doing my job. It's rough. Yeah, you get it done. You get it done. And I just do the things that, I'm doing things I never thought I would be doing. You know what I mean? I'm literally doing things I never thought I would be doing. My hands are in places I never thought I would touch on that man, let alone him living here with me for the last 5 years. 10 minutes for the vibration, please. I say this is my house, and I've explained that, Enos. Saying my house to Ed is very important, and I don't know why you guys don't understand that. It's a simple fucking word. It doesn't change the dynamics of anything, and you guys are irritating when you say that. Saying my house grounds the man. Why can't people understand that? My house shows him that he's here. He's in a safe place, right? Our house, he never believes. And if you fucking listen to the conversations that we have when he says our house, he says, "Oh, it's your house." Enough's enough. Get over the fucking word. It's my house. And it is my house. Some people, it's a good grounding tool. It's a good grounding tool for Ed. Y'all need to get the fuck over it. It's so exhausting. Just like, oh, he needs a hearing aid. You think? No shit. Fifi, what's irritating is you being so defensive. I'm not defensive. This is not defensive. This is speaking my mind. You guys are attacking just like you are. You guys let them be. You can just delete the message, but let them fuckers come back. If they want to come back, let them come back. But you can delete their ugliness. But you don't, they can stay around. It's the ones that keep coming back and back and back that we need to get rid of. Not the ones that say their piece and stay here. That doesn't offend me, you know? That doesn't offend me. Anyway, so needless to say, I don't even remember what I was saying. Hi, Jesse. But yeah, this is a job. This isn't a pleasure house of, pleasure and stuff like that. I'm human. I react. He reacts. Dan reacts. We all react. This is not a perfect environment. There's no such thing. Caregiving is something we do consistently every day, whether we want to or not, right? We took that role on. In between all the other things that we got to get done, right? Dan's trying to create a new app with somebody. We work. This is our job too, right? We have to do videos. We have to reply. We have to keep up because that's how we make money these days. So like this is all part of the shtick that we do. We take care of Ed, but we also have a life that we have to tend to. We still have problems that we've got to deal with. We still have issues that we have to face. I mean, people forget and they want to attack. Real caregivers would never attack another caregiver who's speaking facts because they get it because they've been here. And I'm not talking about caregiver that, pops in for a weekend to help a family member out. I'm talking about somebody who does it and lives and breathes it. Again, I did not want to give him a shower. I wanted to come home yesterday or Monday and literally crawl right in bed. But I can't because that's my job. And I was literally had tears in my eyes because I was so exhausted, right? But I still had to do it. I still pulled through. I was in so much pain, but I still pulled through because I can't quit, right? I still have to do what I have to do, just like my husband does it, just like I do it. Caregivers are a special breed of people. We aren't perfect. We do the best we can, and some days are ugly and some days are fine. End of story. We had a great weekend, yes. And no matter how tired or sick or mentally drained you are, you still have to do it. Yeah. You still have to do it. Caregivers help us tremendously. Because it allows us to do our job and not have to worry about Ed, and I don't know who the man that's here is. It's going to hurt when Ed passes. No shit. No shit, it's going to hurt. Why would you say that? Like, that's another stupid comment. Oh, it's going to hurt when Ed passes. Duh. I mean, but why write that? What's going on in your head for you to think that that's something that's okay to write? I don't get that. Anyway, yes, memory loss is hard. You know what I mean? It is hard, and it's okay. But and I have to. So, and I have to, keep trudging along. Oh, thanks, Carly. I appreciate that. I'm glad we can help. So yeah, some days are ugly. And some days I look at Dan and I say, can't do it. Not doing it today. Don't have the mental capability, the physical strength to deal with it. And some days you have to walk away and say, I can't do it. He's triggering me, right? He's triggering me so bad that I can't do it because you don't want to know what I'm thinking, And Dan will be like, fine, go, 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 and we're lucky because we have that as a team to be able to do that. Hi, Cindy. So for 10 years, yes, kidney failure, it's hard. And then I'm not a caregiver. Spoken like somebody who's not a true caregiver. Because if you look at all the caregivers that are talking right now, every caregiver is saying, yes, thank you, Danielle, for speaking their mind. So get over yourself. So thank you, Rusty. It's not about him passing, it's about giving him the best life he can have, and I think he's gotten it. And let's remember, if I didn't allow him in my house, he would probably have already been gone. And Dan tells you that all the time. If it wasn't me, for me, he wouldn't be here today. Yeah, so I'm pretty much of a badass to be able to do everything and still keep him healthy, still keep him functioning, and be able to release some of that anger that had, you know, um, having that anger that I had for him for so long. Do I think the anger is still there? Sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes the anger is still there. And when I was a caregiver, yes, so hard, Esme. He deserves it. He doesn't deserve anything. I mean, he doesn't des nobody deserves anything unless you choose to do it. I didn't owe him anything, user. I didn't owe him a damn fucking thing. For you to tell me he deserves it, you're fucking high. That you don't nobody deserves anything unless the people want to step up and help somebody, right? Nobody's obligated to do anything for parents or father-in-laws or husbands. Anger. Are you not angry at your children sometimes where you don't react to them? Are you not angry at your spouse sometimes that you don't react to them? I'm angry sometimes, yes, at my father-in-law. I'm angry sometimes that, that those memories come up when he makes a certain face to me. Yeah, that anger sometimes does. And if I'm not in a good mood or if I'm rushed and having to get things done, yeah, I'm going to snap. I'm sorry. I'm human. And I don't feel guilty about it at all. You know why? Because I'm here doing it 24/7. I'm doing it. All you bitches wanted to complain about me, I'm doing it. You couldn't stand a day in my shoes. You could not stand a day in my shoes, nor a week. Y'all would puss out. Remember how they do wife swaps? Everybody would do caregiver swaps. Shit, you wouldn't be able to do it because it's not just Ed. You guys, you got to stop focusing on Ed. He's getting the best life he can get. Nobody else was running in here. Nobody else was no nobody else was knocking down the door to take care of their father. I did. I did. I had to work through a lot of shit to do what I can do today. First 2 years wasn't great. Wasn't great, but he was still here. Wasn't great. Third year was starting to be better. Fourth year's fine. Fifth year, we're hanging, right? Fifth year, we're hanging. Just because I have it passed with Ed means I'm no different than one of his children and the triggers that they have with him, right? I've been there since I was 5 years old. I'm like one of his kids. Why is it okay for his blood child to freak out, but it's not okay for me when I'm the one who's been there longer than his blood child? Interesting, right? Women always get the shit end of the stick because we're too much of a bitch or, we're whatever. We're not fit to be anything. Bitch, I'm the one who's making this work. Danielle is the one who's made everything work in this household. Still is. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. And that's it. That's it. And I'm proud to admit, and finally, after all these years saying, you know what? Yeah, I am a good woman. So when people come in here and tell me shit, it's like, yeah, okay. Again, look at what you're doing, throwing shade. What I'm doing is completely different. I'm telling my story. And you want to fight me on the things that you don't agree with me on, or call me names, or call me ugly, or call me stupid, whatever else you want to call me. But that's not a projection on myself. That's your own projection because you feel guilty because I'm showing up. I'm showing up. And for whatever reason, you couldn't. And therefore, you're taking it out on the woman who can show up. Hi, Laura. Yeah. For once in my life, I could admit and see who I am, truly. I'm here. I've showed up every fucking day for 5 years, whether I was angry, whether I was sick, whether I was angry at Dan, whether I was mad, whether I was working through that resentment for both people. Because I think there was a little bit of resentment. Another thing dumped on my plate, right? Another thing, well, we'll do it. We'll get through it. Another thing that I was expected to do and do it well. I surprised myself on this one. Surprise. I surprised myself on this one because I literally never thought I could do this. And um, I literally didn't think I could do it. And I did. Um, I have delivered, I have delivered. Um, and as far as everything goes in the life, this was the hardest job I've had to succeed at because I really wasn't given much choice. I really wasn't given much choice. And it was kind of like, well, if you can't do it, then dad's going to die in a home. And I honestly, with my compassion, I did not want to be responsible for him dying. That was a challenge for me. That was like, fuck you. It was a fuck you. It really was. It was guilted. It was like, well, um, if you can't do it, then dad's going to go to home and he'll die. And Dan and Mark and I aren't going to take him because we can't. At that moment, something clicked, and I was pissed. And when I get pissed enough, I get obviously determined because I did it. And social media somehow helped me, which is weird because he was introducing social media to me at the same time, but I did it. That was the hardest thing. I didn't know I could let go of as much anger as I had. I mean, first 2 years were really hard. I don't know how I did it. Honestly, I really don't. But I think everybody owes me. Not really, I shouldn't say that. If he went to our home, he would be treated right, spoken like somebody who doesn't know. Bev, come on. You have the day you deserve on that one, because that's stupid. Yeah, okay, go to home, they said. He would be treated right? Yeah, spoken like somebody who really knows the truth. Um, they don't really owe me. They do. I mean, they should owe me. I think if somebody but I'm a different person, right? I think they do. I think they do owe me, but I'm not doing it in hopes that they're gonna repay me somehow. But, yes, they should be very thankful. I didn't have to do it, and I did it. Somehow. I don't know how. I don't I don't know how the fuck I did it. You guys, you don't understand. I get anxiety just thinking about my past. I get anxiety thinking about how I grew up. My anxiety was created in that home with Ed. A lot of my ailments today are from that home, from those years spent with him. And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to bash on him and tell you everything that the man was capable of, because that's not who he is today. But I do get triggered. I do get triggered. Sometimes bad memories creep up and I'm like, "Wh- why? Why am I doing this?" Ugh. But I do. Um, but I do. Everybody goes through moments of questioning themselves, sadness, anger. And I'm gonna tell you the medication helped me a lot that I was on. Um, lucky lady, I'm gonna tell you, I'd rather have dementia than fucking cancer. I saw my mom die of cancer. I saw my dad die of mental illness. I'm watching him die of dementia, and I'm gonna tell you, I'd rather go that way. So anyway, yeah, my book is available, you guys, if you want to know more about my story. There you have it, on Amazon. Everything's on Amazon. But I'm here. So everybody who I'm speaking to, I'm doing this for you. Giving you my feelings because I know it helps you. There you have it. I'm doing it because I know how hard it is. You're currently reading my book? Oh, thank you. There, just put in Danielle Salinger, it'll pop up. I have a whole bunch. Um, every day is not a walk in the park. When I'm low, when I came off my medication wrong and I was 2 weeks in a dark place, oh, it wasn't good for me. Dan had to step up a lot. I still would try to fight through it, but sometimes I couldn't. Sometimes I couldn't because I was so dark. I didn't want to move, let alone take care of that man or any other man in my life. It wasn't just Ed. Lisa, I think the medication finally dissipated out of my system. I did it the wrong way. That was my fault. Eh. I went through all that trouble of getting off of the medication and dying a slow 2-week death of darkness and heaviness. And then my pain started all over again. Yay! I went off my Lyrica. Well, I went off of Lexapro because it was bad for my TMJ. And then with that, it helped my fibro, and I thought I was cured, but I wasn't. So I accidentally didn't titrate off the last week the right way, and it fucked me up. And then after I finally came out of that hole, my pain, all my fibro shit started again. Shit. I can't win. There you have it. And I only have one written book. I have children's books, I have workbooks, um, but I only have one book, and it's called There You Have It. It's my bio. So, what I'm taking today is nothing for anxiety. Actually, I am taking a slow release. Um, I think it helps a little bit, but not as much as I would like it to help. Clonidine, which is for stress. Blood pressure, they use it for. But they said it helps with stress too, so my maxillofacial doctor put me on that, and I'm restarting my Lyrica back, the one that I went in a deep dark hole with because I didn't go on it right. Well, now I'm back in it. I'm starting to go on it because 'cause I'm dying. There you have it by Danielle Salinger and Christy Lyons. It's available on Amazon. Type in Danielle Salinger and you'll probably see everything there, even the children's books. So yes, so I was on Lexapro. It helped me tremendously. I mean, I'm telling you, the antidepressant helped me tremendously with caregiving, and my patience. The one thing is anxiety, but it did a bad thing for my fibro. TMJ is part of fibromyalgia too, and I was a wreck. So my maxillofacial doctor says, get off of that. So I get off of that, and then my body, my pain from fibro was so much better, and it still is better. Hi, Nikki. It still is better, but all the nerve stuff is back, right? Because it doesn't take away the pain; it takes away the nerve shit. Um, it is, Dina. It's a lot. You're on chapter 5. Oh, yay! Thank you for reading it. I love it. Bye, Katie. So you too, Judy. So yeah, and then you get zaps. I get these zaps in my arms from my nerve, my restless leg, my lip now. So it's not a pain pill, but it's a nerve blocker. So it helps with all these nerve pains. Fuck. And I'm just kicking myself. I'm so mad at myself for doing that to myself. But you don't know until you know. So now I know that Lyrica helps me. Um, fuck. Lyrica doesn't work for everybody, but I know that it helped me. So you can't, it's a Schedule 2 drug, so you can't fuck around with that, and I learned my lesson. You definitely cannot fuck around with that. So I'm going back on it, which I'm very nervous about because that was when I look back, I was in such a dark place because I fucked up. I thought, "Nah, my pharmacist doesn't know. I'm fine. This is fine. I feel great." Nope. About a week after I did it the wrong way, it hit me. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry about the tears, but yeah, life is life. Life is lifing. Life is still lifing. People, I think life is always gonna life. I think it's just different levels of life, right? Um, Life for everybody is subjective to their own shit, right? Just because, yours seems more traumatic for me than mine, still our traumas are our own. And for me, and for you guys, your life is your life, right? And I've had a life, according to all I know for how I was raised, my life was not always easy. Still isn't. Still isn't. Um, Lyrica is not a painkiller, it's a nerve blocker. It's like gabapentin. Um, and so you do the best you can. And some days you just aren't that great at everything you do. It's a little shit show. I'm very sage and zen. That's really weird because I feel like crying. I don't know why. All of a sudden. Um, And it's weird though that you say that because a part of me feels very zen-y. Like it feels like it is what it is. I think this clonidine is helping a little bit keep me balanced. I'm not as anxious throughout the whole day anymore, but I have moments of anxiety, but I come down a lot quicker. Um, but yeah, life is life. Um, and I just got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Ah, it's Julie, I'm gonna tell you, I this is not what I envisioned for my life to be here. Um, And we can't control, you know what I mean? We can't control the things that happen in our life. We just have to learn how to cope, how to heal, and how to keep moving. Some of us get stuck in a rut, you know? Some of us just can't move because life has lifed and you become debilitated from life. And there's others of us that keep moving because we know we have to, because sitting still does not quiet our mind, our body. Whether we're in pain, whether we're depressed, whether we're anxious, a quiet mind is never good for certain people. I'm that person that suffers inside. I suffer inside, but instead of staying stagnant, I move. I rearrange, I do yard work. I keep my mind busy. I keep moving and I keep grooving and I keep focused because that's how I keep quiet. When I sit in silence, sometimes it's the saddest, scariest part in my life. Counseling, right? Most of you know my journey with counseling. I think this is my ninth week with counseling. It's also a big wake up call. We think we're doing a good job with coping until you have that counselor who is just the right person for you and pries you fucking open. And you're like, wait, can we put that back in there? I didn't want that out yet. Shit, what are you doing to me, girl? I tell her that all the time. I tell her that all the time. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing to me? She always says, Danielle, stop and breathe. I'm like, you tell me that all the time and I don't know how to do it. And she just laughs at me. I think she really likes me. I think, you have to have a certain, code of conduct, but I think she does because she says stuff sometimes. And I then know she wants to, hi, Jeffy. Um, but, you know, some of us just move with everything we got because that's the only way we can survive. And those of you that sit and don't move, I'm always saying move. It helps. As painful as it is, it helps keep your mind free. Um, and that's what I do. That's all I've always been. I've been a swimmer. I've always been a swimmer. I learned from a long time ago at 3 years old that I had to swim. I had to protect, and I had to love, and I had to care for, and I had to watch and observe and make sure my people were happy. Therefore, kick in your inner child issues, PTSD, and that's what we carry with us throughout our whole life, and that's who we become from our inner child. Um, lifes. Mhm. Man, it's fucked me up the ass hard, but I'm still here. I'm still here, bitches. Yay! Woo! So I say it for you guys, and I will continue to say it because I know it helps those of you who are dealing in it. And those of you who are alone, I don't know how the fuck you do it. And I can tell you something right now. I don't think I would be as strong to do it alone. I honestly don't think I could do it. This is hard enough. This is hard enough. Lisa, I'm glad. Yeah, you guys get you alone people get my hats, man. I tell you. You need a helmet with goggles and knee pads. Why don't I wear my wedding ring? Because Tony, I was just working out. And I all I do is work around the house, clean, and yeah, why wear a wedding ring? I have a heart on here.
Um, you just start you just have my daughter caring for my mom. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. It's hard, and the only thing I can tell you to do is keep your heads up, keep your chin up. Find something that can get you through the day when you're struggling. Mine's my yard. Mine's music. I sit on my John Deere and I put blast music and sing, "Everybody, all you ladies, pop your pussy like this. Don't stop, don't stop." And I think I just let it go. Um, and it helps for the moment. Oh, Beth, I'm so sorry. I know. Losing that mama is so hard. Yes, and I listen to Kia and I listen to Cupcake and I listen to those ladies make me laugh. When those songs come on my fucking shit, I laugh like a motherfucker. And I start singing it. I start moving, I start grooving, I get the duck lips out. You got to do the duck lips when you singing those songs. Shit. You know what I mean? Y'all, I'm gonna be 52 next week. I'm still standing. Barely, but I am. And I know you guys can do it too. I know you guys can do it too. Hi, Carla, my sweetie. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta deal with myself. Maybe go cry. I don't know. Did I gamble? No, no, I don't gamble. Tell me, what? Are you new here? Yes, I love gambling. Um, You might as well just said, "Does Ed have a hearing aid?" Shit. So no, I love gambling. Shit. Um, y'all do what you can to get it to do it. And did I win? No, girl, that was a stupid question. Do I ever win? No. But considering how many days I was in there, I didn't do too bad. Um, I lost like $400 the whole trip, about $400, 500 dollars for 3 days. That's not bad. That's less than $200 a day. You know what I mean? Less than $200 a day. Anyway, we have a live tonight. Didn't you get shamed by what you lost? By Dan? Yeah, shames me. $400, bitch. You know how much I like to gamble, and I was there for 3 days. Let me tell you, it was looking like it was gonna be a lot worse. So yes. You're gonna order my book? Yes. Remember, there you have it. I don't have it here. I gave it to my caregiver. I'll give it back. There you have it by Danielle Salinger. It's a pink book. It's my first biography. And there's gonna be more to come. I mean, there's gonna be more to come. Christy and I, it's like we're on these parallel paths of life and things just keep if I'm having a good week, she's not. If she's having a good week, I'm not. So we have a grief book coming out. But we need to finish it. We have a grief book coming out. So anyway, hot air balloon. That's the casino, Tammy, that I go to. Sky River. That's the one I go to. Yeah. So there you have it. We have children's books. If you have nieces, nephews, grandchildren, we also write children's books. Believe it, this mouth has a kind side too. About Millie Pig. Our Millie Pig. Yes, me too, Barb, because it was looking like it was going to be double that. Um, oh, Carly, girl, I do the same thing. Sue, I try. I hate when he sings to other language. Mixie, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you order it in a different country, it will. Someone at Skyward won 1 million last weekend. Shut the fuck up. That should have been me. Damn it. That should have been me. So anyway, if you love pigs, it's about my Millie Pig. I do just play slots. It's about my Millie Pig book. She my Millie Pig. I love my Millie Pig. Those of you that are members on TikTok and YouTube, and Facebook, you got a little clip of my Millie Pig. I tried to see if she liked radishes, and she did not. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, fuck, Fly Girl. That pisses me off. So, she did not. So for those of you who are members, you got to see that. I'm trying to get better with Facebook and everything else for my since I got rid of Patreon. So if you haven't gotten rid of Patreon, please get rid of it because eventually it's going down. Because I'm putting all Engorge Plus on YouTube, getting all the Patreon stuff. So if you like the Patreon and you're on YouTube, get the Engorge Plus. Really quick for the YouTubers who are having trouble transferring or getting upgraded in the tiers. Some of you who have Apples, Android's super easy, but our friend Nicole said she did it through the Apple Store, right? What was it, Nate? Anybody? What was where she did it? She did through the subscriptions on her Apple. So it shows all your subscriptions. So she went in there and adjusted it, and she was able to do it without a computer. Without a computer. Ugh, Zelda, that pisses me off. So if you have an Apple phone, you're struggling, go to your subscriptions, click on that, and you should be able to adjust it from there. Okay. So anyway, okay. I love you guys. Thank you for the nickel. I know I did it for Vegas. Okay. Anyway, love you guys. Bye. We'll see you later tonight. Have a good one.